Namaste, welcome to Yes to Health, and this is your yoga instructor and dietitian Purva Singh. Today we'll talk about another asana, that is Vrikshasana, all the aspects of Vrikshasana, not just getting into the posture but which muscles are engaged, how is your breath work, not your thought work, but we'll discuss that also later on. Okay, so for Vrikshasana, what we do? When we do it without awareness, what happens? Lift your feet up, press your foot to the opposite inner thigh, and then we are just swaying left and right, and then we bring our palms at the heart center, all bring our arms up. This is what we are doing. Now just check my feet, where my knees pointing. How is my hips? Look at my arms. All these things. I am not stable in the posture. Now see what happens when you are doing it mindfully. Lean on the left leg. Dig your toes into the mat. Now lift your right leg up. Press your right foot against left inner thigh. Now your right finger, your right toes are pointing downward. Now engage your psoas muscles here. Engage. As you engage your psoas muscles, your hips will open. Now engage your side thigh hip muscle. Opening your hips and bringing your right knee towards the right side. Now engage, fix your gaze at one point. Pull your pelvis up from the back. Engage your back muscles, your tendons, your ligaments at the back side. Engage them. Pull your pelvis up from the back side. If you're comfortable here, fixing your gaze at one point in front, and then bring your arms up. Now my elbows are bent, I engage my triceps, so my elbows are straight now. Pulling myself up, engaging my psoas, engaging my core muscles, and engaging my gluteus maximus, glutes, hip muscles. I'm engaging my hip muscles, so to open my hips even more. When you have awareness here into your hip muscles, your side hip muscles, you will have a very stable posture. Most of my students also keep swaying. Initially what happens, when they keep swaying left, right, they are not able to stable. The more they try to balance themselves, the more they start falling off the posture. So it's always a good idea to engage first find out where is your center of gravity. Your center of gravity is here. Now pull your muscles around the center of gravity. Pull your psoas muscles, pull your gluteus muscles, pull your side hip muscles. Engage your core. So you shrink your center of gravity. As you shrink your center of gravity, fix your gaze at one point and then bring your arms up. Your posture will be very stable, but you need to have awareness of all those muscles which are working into the posture. Do it on both the sides. This is very good posture for the students, especially those who are not able to concentrate. Keep your mind to one thing for a longer duration of time. For all of us, we are not, the attention span has grown very less. So we cannot keep our attention to one thing for longer time. So this is very good for increase your concentration. This asana is also very good for the neuromuscular coordination. Always remember with age, neuromuscular coordination deteriorates. For most of us, these balancing asanas are very helpful for creating good neuromuscular coordination in your body. So keep practicing these asanas. These asanas are just more than just a normal physical practice. It will bring you to your core, it will connect you with yourself, you will be floating in with higher consciousness, connected with a higher frequency. You will have gained wisdom into so many things. The universe will reveal its magic to you when you are connected to yourself, not connected with so many, all the material outer things. So stay connected with yourself, stay connected with your breath.